perspective, once you've identified your expectations, top items I think that are really important to be an attractive buyer is 1, knowing how much house you can afford. 2, I think your credit score plays an important role. Understanding what is your score, pay your bills on time, and make sure you're tracking it. 3, knowing what mortgage product you're going to go with and maybe down payment assistance program. And lastly, having a pre-approval letter in hand definitely makes you an attractive buyer. Look at what a home could be. It may not be perfect and it may not be precise with all of the details and amenities that you are looking for, but it's really important that you get your foot in the door to something that is affordable. And in the end, there's endless opportunities. You can grow, you can rebuild, you can gain equity, and even perhaps move again. So if I was to give you some advice, I would say make sure that you don't max out the amount that you're approved for, and make sure that you have cushion within your mortgage.
Avoid not being prepared and to avoid not having a pre-approval or a pre-qualification letter. I would also suggest that they crunch all of the numbers and they understand all of the expenses that they're going to incur with having home ownership. For example, what are the utilities going to be? People don't take into consideration the utilities. There are other expenses that could be incurred, like, for example, property taxes. Many people think that there's only a mortgage payment or insurance payment. There's also the expense of driving to and from your home to work. The other expenses that could be incurred are home maintenance. What is it going to take on a yearly basis to maintain the home?
The first initial expectation that a home shopper should have is how much they can afford. So their budget. 3 things that they should think about is the down payment, what are the closing costs, and what are the move-in expenses. Then they can figure out what they prefer as far as their house, surroundings, and other amenities.
One piece of advice that I would give is that I would not make any sudden life changes. So some time ago, I was working with this lovely young couple. They both had full-time jobs. They both were pre-approved to buy their first home. And during the escrow process, we secured the home, and then we found out that they were no longer qualified to buy the home as a couple because the wife had quit her job. So my advice is to not make any big changes in your lifestyle.